tell your father if he notices they're missing.
I'm going to tell him that we put him down in the basement until the painters got done with his study. He won't check, don't worry.
By the way, your idea to have the ceiling painted was a great one.
Oh, thank you. I thought it was pretty good myself. So what are you going to do with these?
Well, I'm going to take them down to the lab, have each one of them fired, and then see if any of the markings on the bullets match. If they do, we'll be that much closer to Kirk.
Listen, Cruz, what do you think that Kirk was doing earlier? Do you think he was playing some kind of game with us?
Well, no, I'm not sure, but he obviously feels a lot better than we assumed.
Do you think he was testing us?
Yeah, and we passed. But I want you to be very careful from here on in, and I mean it.
Well, I'm not going to provoke him if that's what you're thinking about.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. I think you and I better watch ourselves around here, too. If we need to meet, we should do it someplace outside the house.
All right, well, we'll think of a place. We should just get going now. Besides, I'm anxious to find out about these rifle tests.
Well, this shouldn't take long. Let's get them in the car.
Okay.
It's all right. They just went out the front door.
What were they doing?
I don't know. They just seemed to be talking.
You know, you're making me very nervous being here, Gina. If somebody comes to that door and finds you here, you're on your own.
Well, I don't plan to stay much longer. I just thought you might like to know what Eden and Cruz were saying to each other just now.
All right. What?
Well, I thought that would get your interest.
Either tell me or don't.
They were talking in very low voices. But I heard Eden tell Cruz that she was very worried that you had asked him over here tonight. I think they're trying to hide something.
You have amazing powers of deduction, Gina. I figured that out just by looking at them.
Well, then why do you stand for it? Why don't you do something about it?
Because it's not going to be going on much longer.
Then you do have a plan. I can't wait to hear it. Are you going to try to kill her?
Shut up about that, please.
You know, I thought this new heart would make you a nicer person, Kirk. I guess I was wrong. After all, it did belong to Madeline.
How do you know Madeline?
I met her at Mason's aborted wedding. I didn't like her very much. And now you have her heart. Isn't that amazing?
I will never forget what you did to me, Gina.
That makes two of us. So we're equal.
Fine. Why don't you just go, then?
In a minute. I bet I can guess what you've been thinking about the past few days. You're probably wondering how much Cruz and Eden have been able to put together about exactly what happened that night at the boathouse. Well, I've got some information that's going to blow you away.
What?
When Eden and I were struggling for control of the gun, I said to her, he's trying to kill us both.
What? You tried to warn her about what? About what I was going to do?
That's right. That's right. She probably didn't hear me. But if she did, well, I don't have to spell it out for you.
Dirty.
And don't you start calling me names. I didn't say who it was. She doesn't know. It could have been anybody. I didn't have a chance to tell her who. I didn't get a chance to get it out.
Damn you, Gina!
Oh, stop. Why shouldn't I? Why shouldn't I have said something to her? After all, you were going to kill me. Don't try to pretend you weren't. You didn't care who caught the bullet.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Because I have a problem now.
Any problem you have, you deserve, Gina.
I have to figure out some kind of story to tell people when I all of a sudden rise up from the dead, and I want you to help me. Yes, I do. Because people are going to ask me all kinds of questions. They're going to wonder why I tried to kill Eden. And she's going to want an explanation.
That's not my concern.
Well, it should be. It should be a big concern of yours. Because if you don't help me come up with some answers, and I get cornered, I'm going to play that tape.
Stop threatening me. I'm sick of it.
Poor tortured Kirk.
I am not going to let them make a fool out of me, Gina. I am not going to let anyone make a fool.
I don't blame you. I don't think you should.
Will you get away from the window, please? Somebody might see me.
Don't worry. I bet you wish you could see what I can see from here.
What?
Well, the front door for one thing. I can see two people standing very close together. Yes, I can see them quite clearly from here.
Who are they, Gina?
Why, it's Eden and Cruz. I guess he hasn't left yet. They're standing very close together, as I said. They seem to be whispering something to each other. What could they be talking about so secretive?
It doesn't really matter what they're talking about. None of this will be going on anymore. I promise.
trust you.
Locked up the guns in the trunk of my car, so, guess I'm gonna be cutting out.
All right.
Listen, I want you to try to stay away from Kirk as much as you possibly can. Be very careful.
I will.
And call me at the first sign of any trouble.
I will, but I don't think there will be any.
Now, don't underestimate the guy, Eden. He's clever. Don't let this illness fool you into thinking he's not.
Okay. I think we're cleverer, don't you think?
We better be. Well, I'll try to have him back by evening.
The role of Kirk Cranston is now being played by Robert Newman.
Cece, I hope you don't mind, but I invited David to come over and talk to me.
You did what?
Well, yeah, I want to thank him. I'm alive because he signed Madeline's heart over to me.
I can understand that, but do you understand that the man is out on bail? The evidence against him is overwhelming that he killed Madeline?
Yeah, I know all that, but still I feel I owe him my life.
Make it brief, please.
Daddy, Lionel's downstairs waiting for you.
All right, thank you. And you just take it easy. Remember what I told you, the job will always be there for you. Just be ready for it, all right?
Thank you.
Mm-hmm, and you I love.
Well, what do you think? Huh? The doctors told me it was okay for you to move back in with me.
It's fine.
Good. Tonight, we will be together again.
Yes. Well, these flowers, I think they need some watering.
Yeah, thank you. Very much. By the way, what happened to you this afternoon? I mean, you went to show Cruz out the door and then you never came back.
Well, I had some phone calls to make, people from the office.
You know, you really shouldn't worry so much.
I look worried?
I think you know what I'm talking about. I'm really not jealous of Cruz anymore. I mean, that was the old Kirk. Worried all the time, but when a man has had a brush with death like I have, kind of puts new perspective on things. Yeah. I can't believe the way he used to behave. I'm really surprised that you put up with it at all. But this new heart has given me new confidence. It's given me new strength and new purpose.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I have a lot of good years left. I want to live them to the fullest. And I want to live out the rest of my life in some kind of jealous misery. I know you're a faithful wife. I know you always will be faithful. I also know that you trust me as much as I trust you. You do trust me.
Of course I trust you.
And you do know that I love you very much. That's good. Because I really felt a lot of distance between us lately. I've been wondering what that's all about.
Well, I've been kind of tired lately, with everything happening.
Really? Well, that's strange. I would think you'd be very well rested. I mean, with me in the hospital, you must have had a lot of early
Kirk, I've been
nights.
very worried about you. It was touch and go there for a while. A lot of people lost a lot of sleep.
That's very sweet. Come in.
Hi, Kirk.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad you could come by. Please, come over here.
Kirk Cranston, this is David Laurel.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Could you leave us alone?
Certainly.
I'll be downstairs.
Okay. Well, I'm really glad we have this chance to meet.
Me too. Are you feeling well?
Yes, I am. I'm feeling wonderful, thanks to you. Better than I ever have. That's why I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to thank you for your generosity and to express my sympathies as well.
Well, I'm just glad something good came out of all this.
Yeah. I didn't know your wife very well. I want to know more about her. I confess, I've got a lot of interest in the woman whose heart is inside of my body right now.
I know. But
Madeline was not an easy woman to describe. Not in a few sentences, anyway. Especially now. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. This must be very difficult for you, I'm sure. Talking about her like this, especially to a Capwell. I know what you've been accused of, David. Cece was not very happy about you being here. I mean, after all, someone in the family has been killed. What do you think? Think I'm guilty like the rest of them? I honestly don't know. I understand that your wife may have had an affair. If that's true, I can certainly understand the rage of a jealous husband. I mean, anybody would, right?
Well, I know by defending David that I will not be the best luck acquaintance of the Capwells. And you know what? I don't care. Good for you. But you know, Julia, I know, as I think you do, that sometimes there are sides to people that you don't see. You know, someone that you might think would never hurt anybody might commit a murder under extreme circumstances. I don't know that we should be talking about this. Julia, I'm just trying to say that sometimes you maybe don't know people the way you think you do. You marry them, you can live with them. I guess maybe a man's really known by his wife. It's really too bad that Madeline couldn't tell us.
David, excuse me, we have some business to do. Come on, we gotta work. Bye, Eden.
He fell asleep. The clothes on the bed. They're Mr. Cranston from the night of his heart attack. Okay, thanks. I'll take care of it. Santa Barbara Gun Club?
Hey, how long you been here?
I just got here. What'd you find out?
Well, I talked to a cop I know who's a board member at the gun club. He remembered Kirk from the pictures I showed him, and he checked his records. Turns out Kirk took 2 lessons in the use of a sighted hunting rifle. He used one of the training guns they keep on hand at the club there.
He took lessons. Well, that means...
That doesn't prove anything.
What about the ballistic reports?
Well, they were awash. None of the Capwell firearms was used to fire the bullet we found here. But we came up with something rather interesting. Every one of your family's guns had Kirk's fingerprints all over it. It was like he'd handled them all, like he tried them out.
It looks like it's pointing to him more and more. Almost makes me frightened to go back to the house.
Then why don't you rent a hotel where I can put up a guard? Or better yet, invent a reason to get out of town for a little while?
Well, let's be honest. Wouldn't that tip him off? If he knows we're on to him, then we'll never catch him.
I just don't like the idea of you being there.
We bring him in sedatives at night to help him sleep, and there's always someone there during the day.
I still don't like it.
Look, if he intends to do anything, which I don't think he will, it's going to be on further down the line anyway. Besides, for some reason, I think that he's kind of different.
Oh, no, listen to me. Don't start trusting the guy. Not for a second.
Have a hug. When's this going to be over?
I don't know. But we're on the right track. We're going to put him behind bars where he belongs. And I swear to you, Eden, it's going to be soon.
So, what'd you think? Ooh, I still have the touch.
Bye-bye.